y'all for being out here. Woo. My name is Miss Texas 1988. I will be your host tonight. Yes. I am a reporter for The Stranger, and I am the self-appointed Attorney General of drag in this state. But I have some news for you. We have some people who are actually running for Attorney General in the room tonight. Wow. In fact, we have people running for the city-wide position 8 of our city council. And we have people running for our legislative representatives. We have a lot going on tonight. Yeah, no, make some noise. You all turned up. And that's just our local stuff that is going on. So I do want to kick things off by truly saying thank you so much for being involved in local politics. This is where change begins. This is where change happens. Thank you for being here. Whew. Now, yeah. And I do, of course, not everyone who's running for an elected position in this state is here tonight. It does not make them less valid as candidates, but it does make them no fun, right? They didn't show up to have a good time with us tonight. But it's fine. If you don't see someone here that you know is running, if you don't know who is running, you can pick up one of these wonderful editions of The Stranger's primary endorsement guide. The Stranger is absolutely where I get my news, so if you're not following them on the Instagrams, please do. And if you don't know what's going on, pick up one of these little paper copies right on the sides of the stage. Get informed. Now, before I hand over the mic, I just want to grab y'all's attention because I'm gonna bring out some really, really lovely and important people. Of course, a big thank you to The Stranger and to Matt Blues for making this happen, and also these next people who just give me a lot of hope for how active they are in making things happen in our local politics. Give it up for the Washington Bus Team!
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Canada Survivor 2024. Are you excited? That's right, so are we. My name is Cynthia Adrian Vasquez. I use she, her gender pronouns and have the honor of being the executive director at the Washington Bus. Thank you. For those new to our work, the Washington Bus is the largest statewide movement building organization that is youth-led. Look at all the youth. And our main job is to build the political power of young people to create a state, a communities that we deserve, a world that is free from pollution and violence. Yeah, clap for that. A world where everyone's basic needs are met. That's important. And ultimately, a world where young people's dreams are fully realized. Core to our mission is to build a multiracial and representative democracy where young people see themselves in every aspect of the political and civic process. That's right. All right, y'all, I'm gonna level with you. It's no secret that our democracy is kind of under attack. Corporations, dark money are buying our elections. The right to abortion across the U.S. is being undermined. Housing is unaffordable. We have economic insecurities. And college campuses, where we do primarily of our work, have become the playing field for the right to put forth their agendas. But there is hope, right? That's right. And that's where we all come in this room. Despite attempt to bury us, we continue to show that we as young people are the heartbeat of progress, and that when we make inclusive, fun, equitable spaces, we show up because we care and because we give a damn, y'all. There you go. So that's why we started Canada Survivor all the way back in 2009. We've been doing this for a while. because young people wanted equal parts fun with equal parts politics. So today we're continuing a decade-long tradition. Welcome again to Candidate Survivor 2024. There you go. Our team, Miss Texas, The Stranger, our staff, our fellows have really been working hard to put this event together. So let's give them a round of applause for the amazing work that they have done here tonight. Thank you all for being here. I'm gonna pass it to you, the rest of my amazing team.
How's everyone doing tonight? Pretty good, pretty good. Okay. I have the distinct pleasure, really, to not just introduce myself. My name is Andrea, organizing manager for the Washington. Oh, do you know me? Well, okay, if you say so. But introducing to you a incredible program that we run here at the Washington Bus, where we train up 12 young leaders between the ages of 18 to 25 to go out into our communities, to pledge you all to vote. Have you seen these folks? Not just, I have David over here in Pink Pony Bot, but my fellows in fellow sailor hats going around and telling y'all, hey, I need you to pledge to vote. I need you to vote this summer and this winter, well, this November as well. So, that being said, right? You have seen them at Dido day in, day out. You have seen them at Capitol Hill Block Party, and you've seen them here today. So why don't we give our 12 fellows, our cohort for the summer, who's out there organizing young people, let's give them a shout out. Raise your hand if you're a fellow for this year as well. That's fire. But the work is not over. You know, they're out here, they're organizing, but the work is not over because it depends on all of us, right? This year is a pivotal election cycle. And one of the things that we want to do is we want to build the biggest progressive voting bloc in Washington State as young people, right? So what do we need for you? Well, that's where you come in. If you haven't pledged to vote yet, please find my Pink Pony Bot, find my little sailor hat people, okay? And not just pledging to vote, but you also get to provide us with a question that you want to ask your candidates that you're going to see here on stage tonight, okay? So you can only ask a question if you pledge to vote tonight, because if you don't have a stake in this, right, we don't want to hear from you, okay? If you're not voting, I don't want to hear from you. So pledge to vote and ask your questions. We'll collect them and make sure to spice it up with the candidates later on.
Hello everyone, my name is Jasmine Smith and I am the political manager for Washington Bus. Thank you. I have the absolute delightful role of letting you know about our community agreements while we are in this space together before I get back to being your adoring stage manager. Don't be an asshole. Candidates are being vulnerable and sharing their talents, so like, don't boo when they're doing their talents. You can boo at bad policy though. Bathrooms are there, bar is there, exit up the stairs, do what you need to do, get what you need to get, and move through the space safely. This is an all ages show. Be aware of the folks around you. There is no vaping in this venue. You will be ejected, so letting you know that now. And most of all, have fun. Here are some disclaimers we have to give. Views shared by the candidates do not reflect those of the host organizations. All registered candidates seeking office were invited, even if they did not show up to this year's Candidate Survivor. If only one candidate is here for the race, it does not signify an endorsement of the attending candidate. Candidates, please stick to your time limits. Our host and tech reserve the right to cut you off at the microphone. Let's get this party started.
Yes, give it up again for Washington Bus Team! Oh my God, they are amazing. I know a lot of y'all push back there are chatting and get excited, but come over here, get your drinks and get excited over here. I know y'all a little chatting, and we want you to be, involved, but we also want you to pay attention to our youths, the people who are speaking right now, because if there's anything we should realize about politics right now, is we need to listen to the next generation, right? So get your drinks, come on over here, especially because we are about to invite our candidates to the stage. Are y'all ready for that? Good. I am excited. I'm going to call them up. As you've already heard, right now, you're going to get a little chance later to state your opinions, drop some questions. We're going to get these people on stage. Starting off with running for City Council Position 8, Alexis Rinck. You go ahead. We have running for City Council Position 8, we have Tariq Yusuf. Running for City Council Position 8, we have Saunatina Sanchez. Yeah, y'all can just line up here. And I believe later in the evening we will be joined by incumbent Tanya Wu. We have running for District 43, Stephanie Lloyd Agnew. Yeah, get on up here. Running for District 43, we have Shaun Scott. Our sole individual here tonight running for District 46, we have Darya Farivar. Running for Attorney General, we have Nick Brown. And running for Attorney General, we have Manka Dhingra. All right, we are going to go ahead and pass this mic on down. These wonderful candidates are going to have 60 seconds. They're going to restate what they're running from and a little bit about who they are, just real brief, and then we are going to get that mic all the way down and get to some fun, because we have some wild stuff for y'all tonight.
How's it going, everybody? My name is Shaun Scott, he, him pronouns, running to represent the people of the 43rd Legislative District in the Washington State House of Representatives, also known as the Fightin' 43rd. In the 43rd LD, we are 70% renters. We are parents and students and teachers at public schools. We are 70% renter. We play a very important role in setting the pace for what it looks like to be a true progressive in the rest of the state legislature. So it's really exciting to see a lot of people here mobilized, excited around that idea of having our leadership be as reflective of our diversity and our strength as we are in our community. So look forward to a great night.
Hi everyone, I'm Darya Farivar. I'm the current state representative for the 46th Legislative District. Thank you. I am extremely proud to be the first Middle Eastern woman elected to the legislature, and very proud to be here tonight as the youngest person in the state legislature as well. I live in the Lake City neighborhood, which is a resilient neighborhood in the 46th. And in that experience, I want to make sure that all of my neighbors can feel safe in their communities, can have access to justice. I want to make sure that underrepresented communities, like young people, have access to our political system so their voice can be heard. And I really want to make sure that everyone who needs access to behavioral health care can get access to the services and tools they need to be successful and live happy, healthy lives. In my first term, I'm proud to have passed 5 important bills and have secured over $30 million for behavioral health and housing services for those furthest from privilege. I hope that you'll send me back to the legislature. I'm proud to be here. Thank you.
What's up, everybody? My name is Nick Brown, and I'm running to be Attorney General of the great state of Washington. I'm so happy to be here. I grew up in Washington. I've been a criminal defense lawyer, a prosecutor, done complex civil litigation, served with Governor Inslee as his lawyer, where we fought against President Trump and all the evilness that was coming from DC. And I'm so excited to be the lawyer for the people of the state of Washington. To keep you safe, to defend our democracy, to defend your right to abortion and health care that you need and deserve, and to fight for people that don't have a voice in Olympia. I will be that advocate for you. I'm also the first Attorney General to ever do Candidate Survivor. And the only person who was actually on the TV show Survivor to ever do Candidate Survivor.
Hello, my name is Stephanie Agnew. Unfortunately, I'm here for Andrea because I moved over the holiday. I'm no longer eligible for the 43rd district, which I would have wiped the streets with. But I'm here to represent for her. I'm endorsing her candidacy because we have both had the same progressive for safety for our community. I've established money for the first time for low-income housing. It was me that went down there and got that money to start low-income housing. I'm here representing for Andrea because we don't want to defund our police. No, you may boo me, but we need to have that because the officers do not live in our communities. They have to search and find. Put them in our communities and let them live there. They can't afford it. I know you don't hear me, but you're gonna need it. Here you go, pass the mic.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. My name is Saunatina Sanchez. I am very, very proud to have been an organizer in Seattle for the last 20 years, working with organizations like the Transit Riders Union, Cascade Bike Club, Transportation Choices Coalition, Seattle Renter Organizing Council, and on that group, I worked to get $50,000 in the budget last year to get an Office of Rental Standards, so managers and landlords no longer have, freedom to screw us over a little more, As a renter in public housing, I know how essential it is to get help when we get kind of not, screwed over. Anyway, so that is me, and I look forward to serving with you on the Seattle City Council. And if you're curious what these are all about, I am autistic, and the sound sensitivity in here makes this necessary for me to hear anything. So thank you.
All right, since it's a young crowd here, I'm going to do something I've always wanted to do. Are you ready, kids? Oh, I can't hear you. That's more like it. Thank you, everyone, for coming. My name is Tariq, Yusuf. I use he, him pronouns, and I am running for Seattle City Council position 8 with all these lovely people up here. I'm running because I'm pissed off. I'm tired. I grew up through public housing. I grew up with Pell Grants and food stamps, and I am tired of seeing my neighbors and the people who live in my community slowly find their ways pushed out of our communities and struggling more and more. And I believe government is fundamentally caring for people first. That's what I was taught growing up, that's what all of you were taught growing up, and that is what I want to bring to Seattle City Council. Thank you.
Everyone, my name is Alexis Mercedes Rinck. I went from waiting tables by the Space Needle to working on policy at the UW Tower, and now I'm running for Seattle City Council to fight for a city that works for all of us and not just the wealthy few. I spent my career working working to build a reputation of bringing people together around solutions and making them happen. I organized a 1,000-person protest against the actions taken by the Trump administration. I worked against family detention practices, advocated for police accountability, and I got my master's degree at the UW, and since then I've worked across 39 cities and with over 100 different communities, organizations on the housing and health of our communities. And I was brought to that work because of my upbringing. I'm very, very proudly raised by my grandparents. I was born to teenagers growing up, and they had gotten caught in those cycles of incarceration, homelessness, and substance use disorder. But we know that when we invest in young people, regardless of their beginnings, we can change generations. And so, I stand here today testifying that and saying that we need to fully fund our city services, we need corporations to pay what they owe, and it's time for the next generation of leaders to step up.
Hell yeah! Give it up for all your candidates! I'm gonna let y'all work your way off the stage when we get set up for the first round, and I'm going to explain a little bit about how that's all going to go down. Now, y'all have gotten your cheers on, you've gotten your boos on. Our first little round, we want you to cheer, we want you to support them, because we are already asking these candidates to be smart. We are already asking these candidates to represent us. But tonight we are also going to ask these candidates to be talented at something. That takes a lot, trust me, I know. And so our first round is going to be a lovely little talent competition. They're going to have 60 to 90 seconds to show you what they're made of. You're going to cheer for them whether you like them or not. And then after that, we are going to take a lovely little intermission for y'all to, that will be your last chance to fill out any questions you want to ask. Because after that, by popular demand, we are bringing back round 2, which will be hot takes with hot sauce. Yeah, that's we're gonna hear their policies. We're gonna make them cry with some spicy food. It's going to be a lovely time. And then after that, we will want you to stick around for round 3, which of course will be the lip sync for their lives. Yes, we have a lovely, 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 lovely night ahead for you. But do y'all want to see some talent? Do y'all want to see some ridiculous shenanigans? Well, good, because we are going to go ahead and kick things off by bringing out Nick Brown running for the Attorney General. Why don't you tell us real quickly what you're going to be doing for us tonight?
Well, in your honor, we did a rewrite of This Ain't Texas. And I don't sing, but I'm going to sing the first verse of this song.
Take it away!
Washington ain't Texas, woo! Ain't no red state, woo! So lay your guns down, 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 down. So drunk your Tesla, woo! Throw your keys away. We don't mess around, round, round, round. And I'll be bummed if I can't advance to the primary, woo! With you. Come pour some votes on me and donations too. It's a real tough AG's rest and a real life throwdown. So hear my pitch and come sing to the general now. There's a Republican in my race, so turn your ballot in now. So he's in third place. Running is key, cause we thriving in this primary. Off blue state voters, sweet election, victory time, yeah. Ain't no step to the right in this election. We heading to the state bar we thought was nice, so come run to the left. No pivot to the middle when we get to the general. Thank you for your support.
Yeah! Keep it going for Nick Brown. All right, coming up next, a reminder, these people are being brave. Give them your applause. We have Stephanie Lloyd Agnew, repping for Andrea.
actually manage a rap artist who has 3 master's degrees from University of Washington. I'm just gonna improvise this because I'm just gonna play his music. If we can turn it up. Visit with this weekend. We were sitting on the couch and we were talking. She's 4 and she said, "You know what, Granny?" I was like, "What?" The moose was speaking Spanish to me. I'm like, "What? What moose? Where?" I was getting on like, "What happened?" She's like, "Yeah." And the moose was like, I was like, "What? Where is this moose at?" And then my son comes in, he's like, "Mom, there's a moose that's at the gas station, and it says hello to you." But to her, she heard Spanish. You should have saw her face when she was telling me about the moose speaking Spanish to her. I was like, "Oh, don't talk to me anymore about any mooses, cows, or anything else speaking Spanish to you." Thank you, and I hope you vote for Andre. Thank you.
These lovely, considerate candidates are working all of their talents with a little mic and boom, so we can keep rolling right along with Shaun Scott.
I'm gonna do a little stand-up comedy. This crowd is louder than Shaun Sawant and Hellcat put together. So welcome to the city of Seattle, where, as my friend Summer likes to say, we've got the wrong Sarah Nelson, but the right IDF. You know, in the city of Seattle, we're a post-industrial, rapidly gentrifying city, which is just leftist speak for we have a lot of shit to hate. We have Uncle Ike's, we've got the Seattle Times editorial board, but I promise you, whether you work in tech or the nonprofit sector, I promise you, no matter how much you hate your coworkers, it's nowhere near as much as Tammy Morales hates hers. Did you guys hear that Daniel Carosella got the Seattle Times endorsement? That was the punchline, actually. You're supposed to laugh at that. You know, and I'm gonna tell one more joke here. Andrea Suarez could not be here tonight. I do not know why, and we have our policy differences, but I have to say, she does her best to get her message out. Everywhere I go, in the 43rd LD, on Capitol Hill, people know who she is. Especially on Republican Street.
That's a great thing. I love a little shade. Y'all having a good time? Good. Because we are going to move right along again here with Tariq Yusuf. Make some noise.
All right, y'all. So democracy is not a spectator sport, and we are talking about sinking the rich, so I thought that I would do a sea shanty, which requires audience participation. All right, so, because I'm stuck in, 2021 TikTok. All right, ready one. I thought I heard the old man say, "Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Tomorrow you will get your pay, and it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is long and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her." One more time. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. Time for us to leave her. Thank you very much. Enjoy the night.
Dropping some SpongeBob lines, giving a sea shanty. Somebody really understood the theme of the night. All right, well, coming up next, we have a little duet moment, which is really lovely. Do we consider this an endorsement situation? I'm very excited to bring to the stage Darya, Farivar, and Alexis Mercedes Rinck. Ooh, instruments. Come on, talent.
This song is dedicated to democracy.
I can't hear the bass.
Oh, it's all about that bass. Oh yeah, come on, tune up. Let's hear for the bass.
All right. So this song is dedicated to democracy, and we are sending help. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Keep it going for Darya, Farivar, and Alexis Rinck for District 46 and Seattle City Council Position 8. I think that, a little duet, I love that, because their talent was not just playing instruments. Their talent was something that is very, very difficult for politicians these days, which was working together. Next up to the stage here, we have, for District 43, Saunatina Sanchez! Ooh. Wow. Impressive. Give it up for Saunatina. Saunatina Sanchez, Seattle City Council Position 8. Woo! Y'all, they're giving you talent. They're giving you... I would have broken myself just trying to do that somersault. All right, y'all. I believe we only have nobody left. Tanya Wu is not here at the moment to show some talent. But did you all enjoy seeing the talent of those wonderful candidates? All ready for round 2 of Candidate Survivor! Good, because this is where it gets spicy, literally. Now, y'all saw them do some wacky talent. Some of them snuck in some political commentary, but this is the section where y'all are going to want to tune in because they are going to be talking about the issues that matter in this election. Yeah, this is what we're here for, you know. So this is your moment where if you all wanted to voice little cheers or boos for some things, we get it. We're feeling the same way. My one ask is that you let them finish their statement, get their thoughts out before you start pitching in, because whether you love them or you hate them, we want to hear what they said so we know why you love them or hate them, okay? Does that make sense to everybody? Good. Now, the way that this is gonna work, they are gonna come up here, they're gonna have their spicy little, have y'all seen that happen on the internet? Some celebrities, you know, crying and dumping things on themselves because their food was too hot. That is the test of their character that we are working with today. And they're going to be answering the policy questions that Washington Bus is going to be throwing at them. They're going to have a lightning round, 30 seconds to do so. It's going to be hot to go. So we're going to go ahead and bring up our first little category, our section of people, which will be the people running for Seattle City Council, Position 8. Alexis, Rinck, Tariq, Yusuf, Saunatina, Sanchez, and joining us, I lied. Tricked you all! We're gonna start off with our legislative districts and our attorney generals. Come on up here. Woo. Ooh. Are y'all ready for this? Do you like... Will we bring our fellows on up here? I do want to hear from each of you first in two little microphones. Do you like spicy food?
I like spicy everything.
Okay. Anybody afraid of what's about to happen here? Some of y'all look excited, some of y'all I can't tell. I'm excited to see. But I'm gonna pass on the microphone to the fellows here. Y'all are gonna get some questions for our legislature and for our attorney general.
Everybody, so our first question is House Bill 1755, sponsored by Rep. Farivar, hopes to establish statewide democracy voucher program for state legislative candidates. From what you've learned from Seattle's successful citywide democracy voucher program, how would you pass and implement a statewide democracy voucher program?
Thanks for the question. That's my bill. So this is a really, really important issue. As you mentioned, we've got the Seattle Democracy Voucher Program, which is really important. We have to make sure that we maintain that in this upcoming renewal question that's happening. That process has really led the way for us to establish this legislation. It is ambitious legislation that we have to continue to push. It hasn't had a hearing yet in the House. So one of the strategies that I'm taking on this year to try and get this bill to move is I'm actually trying to get on the committee that this bill is going to be heard in for state government. But this is a huge, huge project. It is about making sure that we have more representation in government, that the people who are serving the legislature actually look like all of us. I know I, as a young woman of color, had a hard time finding all of the financial support I needed to run my race, and this is going to be a game changer to make that possible. And we're going to need everyone to be pushing for it. So thanks for the question.
Thank you. Yeah, if you guys want to go ahead and pour out some hot sauce for yourselves. Start going. These are the mild questions, by the way. So we're just starting with those. Yeah. I hope I leave my clothes on. My bad, I'm sorry. We're a little bit, we got a lot of questions to get through, so So this next question is for those from the 43rd district. Besides yourself, which of your fellow candidates would you choose to represent the 43rd district?
Would you please repeat the question, please?
Besides yourself, which of your fellow candidates would you choose to represent the 43rd district?
I am here representing Andrea. She's the one for that seat. I know you're booing, but that's okay. You can make the wrong. Ask how many people have been violated since they've been running for this office. Not her. Thank you.
I feel violated by this hot sauce.
So the question is, who would we choose to vote for? This stuff is starting to kick, actually. Who would we choose to vote for, if not ourselves, in this race? That's a tough question. I mean, I'm not predisposed to do what the Seattle Times says to do. Andrea's not here tonight, so I don't suppose that she would be here for our constituents in the 43rd. So I guess that leaves me and Stephanie. I guess it would, by process of elimination, it'd probably have to be, I mean, Stephanie was in the State Labor Council for a little while, a union sibling as well, so I think I would feel pretty good going to bed at night. Well, look, I feel okay about voting for Stephanie, right? I don't know what you want me to tell you.
Okay, this next question is for Nick. What do you think is the most pressing concern in Washington?
Excuse me, can you repeat that question?
That's for me.
Oh. Darn it. Push the button.
You know, it used to be kind of cliche, but hold on. That politicians would say, you know, our democracy is at risk. That is real now. Our democracy is legitimately at risk. Our liberties, our freedoms, our voting rights, your individual rights to make choices for yourselves, your abortion access, all these things are at risk now in ways that they haven't been before. It's certainly moving forward, I view the job as the Attorney General is to be your advocate, to defend your rights, to be both the shield and the sword. And so I think that's the most pressing issue.
Thank you. This next question is for all four of you. How often do you take public transportation?
I'll answer that one. I sold my 2018 SRX Cadillac, which I had paid for after 30 years of service at the company, and I got it back. I got a little money off of it. I take the public transportation every day.
I would gladly take public transportation for a glass of water right now because this stuff is really hot. I would say at this point in my life, as somebody who bought a car for the first time after 39 years of being on this planet in October, approximately once a month, trying to get that up a little bit higher once the campaign is over with, because being a candidate is not how we would normally live our lives generally, very out of rhythm in a lot of ways, so I want to get that number up once the campaign is over.
So in 2021, I was appointed as the United States Attorney for Western Washington, the first black person in Washington state history to have that job. I also was the first U.S. Attorney to give up my parking space because I took the bus every day and got off at 3rd and Pike and walked to the Department of Justice. And so I did that every day on the job. I've cut back now because I'm running for statewide office. So I would probably say about twice a month, maybe now. But for 2 years, I did it as U.S. Attorney. I'll get it up.
Yeah, thank you. I'm going to piggyback off of that comment about better transportation infrastructure so people can actually take it. I live in Lake City, and in in the 46, we're lucky because we have multiple different linked light rail stations. So whenever I go downtown, which albeit is not very often, maybe like once a week I'm going downtown. But when I go downtown, I take the light rail every single time. I wish, however, that I could actually take the bus from my house to the light rail station, but instead of having more bus lines on Lake City Way, we're actually actively cutting them. That's something I've been trying to work with my seatmates in King County Metro to try and remedy that. We are in no position to be cutting bus lanes, especially in Lake City, in a community that is a majority minority neighborhood.
All right, thank you. Then I got one last question for Nick. The AG is a public-facing role fighting for the people of Washington, but the AG also protects the state when it violates the people's rights. How do you balance representing the people and agencies when it comes to protecting their respective rights?
Excuse me. So not every state in the country has an independently elected attorney general. Sometimes they're appointed by the governor, they come to office other ways. The reason that I think Washington has an independently elected attorney general is to be the advocate for the people. So I view the job, first and foremost, is to be the representative for the constituents here in the state. The other hat you wear is representing state government. But I think the obligation is, in addition to representing your clients, so the Department of Transportation, Commerce, whatever agency that you're interfacing with, to help those agencies think proactively and long-term about the impacts that they're having, and not just focused on the individual cases that they're dealing with on a day-to-day basis. So it's a tough balance, but you have to wear both hats. That's what our Constitution requires. That's what your obligation is as a lawyer representing your client agencies. But I think we can do that. I think AG Ferguson has shown where you can be a super aggressive, progressive advocate for the people and also do a good job in representing state government. Might have to sue some of these hot sauce companies.
If Initiative 2117 passes, how would you deal with the potential cuts to investments in air quality, transportation, transit services, fish habits, and wildfire prevention across every county? It's for everybody, yeah.
I know you, I again am representing for Andrea. She would be opposed to cutting anything that will hurt the environment. I know you don't want to hear what I have to say. I understand that, and I'm not afraid of anybody. That's why I run for office, and I'm not running. If I was, you would vote for me, but I'm not. But in the meantime, I'm here and I'm gonna talk because I'm good at what I do. I'm good at convincing anybody to vote for me, but it's not about me, it's about what I know, the policies that are gonna exist here in the state of Washington. And if you don't grasp it right away, you're gonna get left behind. I'm 62 years old and I've been doing this for a long time, and I'm 320 units of college education. Okay? Any job I've ever applied for and any position I've ever run for, I won them hands down. Thank you.
So, in the state of Washington, we're going to have to get very serious about replacing lost revenue for our climate projects. That's going to have to involve taxing the rich. It's going to have to involve taxing the biggest corporations in our state, which also happen to be the biggest polluters. And I happen to be endorsed in this race by the sheet metal workers, and I mentioned that to say, if we can't do this legislatively, see about some guillotines. I mean, I know that labor force is going to be all in on doing what it's going to take. So, tax the rich. Let's do this.
I keep eating this hot sauce, it actually hurts. So I want to first say that we need to defeat the initiative. I don't want to live in a world where that initiative passes. And it's not going to pass because all of us are going
allowed to vote and vote against it, right? But Shaun is exactly right. If, unfortunately, it does pass, which it won't, we have to do a lot of hard work to get some progressive revenue in the door. We have to make sure that, short of an income tax, we're bringing things forward like a real estate income tax and bringing other creative solutions forward. We also have to make sure that we're defending our capital gains tax as well. That's on the ballot this year too.
Alrighty, so I have an audience question for y'all. What would you do post-apocalypse once we dismantle capitalism?
If capitalism didn't exist, that's what we're talking about, right?
Audience question.
Say it one more time.
Post-apocalypse, once we dismantle capitalism.
Post-apocalypse, once we defeat capitalism, I'm going to do whatever I want. Because we're not going to have a system that monetizes our existence and forces folks into the workforce in ways that exploit them on a regular basis. After capitalism, I want to do the things that I enjoy in life. And after capitalism, ideally we won't need a legislature, so hopefully I'll be in my garden.
Yeah, I'm with Darya on that. I think I would take a little bit of time, maybe a week or so, to get used to the idea of what it is like to not have to sell my labor to stay alive. And then after that, probably really quickly try to find some mutual aid groups to join. There are going to be a lot of people that are going to still depend on service provision of some kind, childcare, people getting snow off the sidewalks if it happens in winter, getting masks and other things to folks. So I think immediately we would start thinking about how we would go about replacing the treasured role that Trader Joe's has played in our lives as far as providing all the services that we need. But yeah, I think it's about volunteering, and it's about making sure that our most vulnerable communities are doing okay after we finally have done away with capitalism.
I would like to ask a question. How many of you out there are rich? Raise your hand. Second of all, post-apocalypse has already happened with COVID. That was the first strike. Okay, so get ready for the next strike, which is bird flu. And if you haven't been reading and keeping up with it, you might find it funny. But right now, it's affecting our cows.
Alrighty, now we're going on spicy questions.
So, for a spicy question, what do you see as the legislators' role in creating safer schools when we have been plagued by gun violence? Okay, so what do you see as the legislators' role in creating safer schools when we have been plagued by gun violence?
Well, this is a legislative question, but first of all, this has been one of the strangest days of my life. But it relates to your question, because this morning I spent most of my morning in a deposition defending Washington's gun safety laws. And so, for my entire time in private practice, I'm so super proud to represent the Alliance for Gun Responsibility, which we write and defend gun safety laws. In the case that I was defending today, along with the Attorney General's office, the plaintiffs in that case are represented by the Republican who's running for Attorney General. And so we have to do, as an Attorney General's office, is defend all of the smart gun safety policies that the legislature has passing, and we need to go further. We need to advance a permit to purchase law in Washington State. So we've done good work, but we've got to do a lot more, and defending that will be the job of the Attorney General.
So, I can't make a decision up here. Okay, I want to start by saying how important this issue is to young people everywhere. And I want to really focus in on a particular intersection, which is the intersection of mental health and gun violence. There is so much we can be doing to make sure that as folks need help, we're there to provide it.
We need to, as soon as folks are reaching out, trying to get help in whatever capacity they're doing, we have to meet them immediately with that sort of mental health support, behavioral health support they need to avoid that crisis and avoid things from going into a slippery slope. We also have to make sure that guns don't end up in the wrong hands. If you ask me, I don't think that we should have guns in any hands, but with the situation we're in right now, we have to actually work with the Attorney General's office to craft smart legislation to make sure it can stand up to these different legal challenges that are happening. And that's what we've been doing in the legislature now, and I'm very excited about that. This next year, I'm working to try and make sure that guns don't end up in the wrong hands by introducing legislation to prohibit bulk firearms purchases. Right now, you can walk in, and if you meet the background checks and requirements, you can walk out with as many guns as you want. That's unacceptable. We have to make sure that at least it is limited to one every 30 days. No one needs multiple guns.
So with the immense legislative experience that we have at the table between Nick and Representative Farivar would definitely second and third what they had to say. I would add on top of that, we want to make sure that when we're having conversations about safety, we're not backsliding into some of the more regressive rhetoric that we've heard about public safety of late. And that's one way of saying that I'm a definite supporter of counselors, not cops, in our schools, that as we see more gun violence in our schools, which I believe is preventable, when those events do happen, we want to make sure that kids, parents, administrators, everybody in our schools has the mental health resources that they have to be able to reach out in case they are struggling with an event that took place at their school. So that's something I would add to everything that Darya and Nick said, which I second and third.
And then an audience question is, it was generated first.
All right, so we will be moving on to our next round of candidates. All right.
Give it up for these lovely hot take folks. Yes, we had Nick Brown running for Attorney General, Shaun Scott running for District 43. We had Darya Farivar running for District 46. And we had Stephanie Lloyd Agnew, who is not actually running, but shared some opinions today and is representing Andrea. They showed they can take the heat. I just wanted to also remind y'all, I know that some of the things they are saying are stirring up some conversation. I was backstage talking to myself. But make sure that you are given the space to let everybody hear what they have to say, and also giving your attention to Washington Buzz, who is asking some very important questions. We're gonna go ahead and bring out now our people running for City Council position 8 in a little bit. They're getting some fresh hot sauce, and they are not allowed to sit down. Y'all, can we just make a lot of noise again for the stranger, for Washington Buzz, for Madam Luz, for having us today? Hot damn, literally. Some of those candidates are backstage washing out their mouths right now, whether it was because of hot sauce or because some of the things that they shared today. But I am going to go ahead and hand this mic back to our lovely organizers. We're going to be ready to go to answer some next questions for City Council Position 8. We have Alexis, Tariq, Yusuf, Saunatina, Sanchez, and Tanya, who is joining us now to eat some spicy little bits, and handing it back over to Washington Buzz.
Alright, everybody, let's calm down, let's chill out. Our candidates won't be able to chill out because of what they'll be eating in a minute, but let's all try to keep it, like, at a nice level. Give them a second to get the hot sauce poured.
That's the one.
This is the ghost.
This is the bad one. This is the medium one. Okay. That is the hottest one.
starting with a mild question.
All right, everybody, we're gonna start, but we can't hear the candidates as everybody is talking, so can we please limit the side talk? Thank you so much.
All right, we're ready to go. This is an audience question. What will you do to make safer streets for pedestrians? If we want to
Well, yeah. Once again, my name is Saunatina Sanchez, and I've been working on this very issue for the last 20 years or so. When I was in college, I was biking from Seattle University down to Treehouse for Kids for my work-study job, and a car pulled out of a driveway, and I went straight into it and flew over the handlebars, and I can still hear me going like, "Oh my God!" And so, yeah, like this has been a very personal issue to me since I was born, basically. My mom also, she's functionally illiterate, so she was able to drive, so I've been riding transit since I was born, and I have been working with the Transit Riders Union, the America Walks Foundation, to promote Week Without Driving, so we can encourage our politicians, people who make decisions around our streets, to use them outside of the cars, because once people experience the pedestrian infrastructure outside of a vehicle, they realize how very dangerous it is for the 30% of us who don't drive on a daily basis. So I am very dedicated to continuing my work and bringing the international solutions that we already have seen implement here in Seattle in the way that best works for us.
I'm going to read the question again. I was processing.
All right, the question is, what will you do to make safer streets for pedestrians?
Yeah, I think one of the, excuse me. You gotta bite first, and then you can ask a question. I think one of the really big things is building out streets or building out communities that are fundamentally built for people. I've been getting around on two wheels most days, and I actually got hit and run on Mercer a couple weeks ago. But the fact is that we need to think about what we can do to both, one, incentivize people to get around in ways other than a single car. Yeah. Absolutely. And two, we need to figure out how to make it so that I don't have to worry about getting hit. That's going to be protected intersections, that's going to be wider sidewalks, and that's going to be, oh God, this is hot. Fundamentally, it's going to require a redesign and rethinking of when we think about 10, 20, 30 years from now, what is that going to look, what is our city going to look like, and how do we actually prioritize it? We've seen other cities in the world do it, but I think it's time we take, what does Seattle look like doing that?
I licked it. It's hot. Oh my goodness. Okay, I don't know how I'm going to do this, but yes. So I think for every single neighborhood, it's different citywide. It's really listening to neighbors. I drive by Rainier. I walk. It takes half an hour to walk to Light Rail, and really listening to what community wants. I mean, we have to get down to Vision Zero. People are dying on our streets. And so really looking at the built environment, and people are asking for things like speed cushions, they're asking things like potholes, and looking at crosswalks. And I think it comes down to listening to what communities want, where they feel safe, where they want the bike lane, and doing it. And I think we have a chance with our transportation levy that's going to be on the ballots coming up this year. But it's a serious subject, it's life and death out there, and this is something we have to prioritize and make sure that we're building a safe street for our future generations.
I'm sorry, I have to go for the ginger ale, don't boo me. Magic.
I just triple dipped. This is so good. I'm Salvadoran. Let's bring it on.
It's watermelon puree.
It's water.
The first ingredient is watermelon puree and then ghost pepper.
Oh my God.
The sweetness is nice.
So I maybe
maybe not famously, maybe a little bit. I don't own a car. Yeah, that's usually not people's reaction. People usually are like, what is wrong with you? No, I'm just fully committed to our actual pedestrian infrastructure. I'm notorious for, if I can see it, I'm going to try and walk there. One time I walked from the U District all the way to the Space Needle just because I wanted to. So truly testing out and seeing from like a street level view what streets work for people and what are dangerous. I'm an avid runner. I've been almost hit many times, and also thinking about like blind corners and like how many streets just from our interactions with vehicles are just not safe. The fact of the matter is we need to invest. We have to be investing beyond what's, and we're all very excited about the transportation levy. We're all going to vote for it. We're going to vote to approve. And we also know that we need additional infrastructure when it relates to expanding our sidewalks. Not all of the city has sidewalks, and we need to be able to meet that need, and it's going to require more investment and safer street design as well. Really, that centers human behavior and centers people first in our streets.
Now we're moving on to our medium question.
Oh god, this is the bad one. No, we did the alchemy first. This one is the bomb. It has a nuclear bomb symbol.
So our question for you is, have you ever lied on a resume, or what is the weirdest thing on your resume? Preferably the first half.
I have stretched the truth on my resume. I may not have had 5 years experience in office work, but you know what? If you've done office work, you know a month is worth a year. So like, I had the experience that I needed for that job. No regrets. What? Oh, and the weirdest thing, I actually did put juggling on my resume for a while. And you can see how good I was at it, so you can see how effective it was at getting me jobs.
I've seen the show. I know I have to. I haven't lied on a resume. What's the worst part of my resume? I work in big tech. That's probably the worst part of it. I think the worst job way was the brief time I was working at Facebook, and they fired me for being too, basically telling me, you probably shouldn't do this. And like, have you tried doing less good of a job? Yeah, that combined with a bunch of other things that year sent me to inpatient mental health care, which mental health care is important. We need that. Woo!
I think the weirdest thing I've ever put on a resume was a video game tester. I didn't have a lot of jobs. I was a personal trainer, did all kinds of things, and then I think I cat-sitted. I put that in my resume. Thank you.
Did cat-sitting too. It's hard. Yeah, sometimes they hide under the bed.
I just finished a cat-sitting job. Totally.
Yeah, and then you feel like a bad person because the cat doesn't want to hang out with you. Yeah. Oh, I haven't had a bite. Sorry.
Oh, this is hot.
Sorry, it's really hot?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
I'm gonna say it's really mean that you put seltzer here, because it makes it worse.
I just want to shout out that was not us.
I'd like to speak to your manager.
Right across the way. Actually, all four of them are in the proximity right there.
But what do you think about this?
Oh yeah, I don't know why Kanye would say that game testing is weird. I did game testing for like 4 years at Nintendo. It was the best. That's not weird, right? No. Yeah. Weird. It's a job. That's a legit job.
I'm hungry. I'm eating the whole nugget. So sorry, everybody. All right, so anyone in this room, but I did keep being a waitress on my resume, even when I was trying to break into the world of policy. And I had people, like at my school, say, like, don't put that on your resume, all this kind of classes, kind of things. So I sat down for this job, and I really made this case to say, the skills you use when you're waitressing are so important for everything. If you can keep a smiling face going while doing 20 different things at once and working with a crazy back of house, I can handle anything. That's right. And so, yes, and I've always maintained we should celebrate service work. It translates to everything in our ability to work with people.
Because, like, I feel like the reason that we're so bad to service workers is that not enough people have done it. It's work and it deserves to get paid like work.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask a spicy question. Okay, can everyone? Okay, so I'm gonna ask a spicy question, but this one is gonna be, I want you guys to answer it within 30 seconds or less. So we had one police chief leave because she did not want to be held accountable for mishandling chalk. We had another police chief leave because of sexual harassment scandals. What qualities would you look for in a new police chief? 30 seconds or less for the answer.
I would like a police chief who is willing to remove tasks from officers and put them into actual departments that make our city better and not worse.
Right. It's the last dab. The 30 seconds just includes chewing, doesn't it? Can we hire someone with, like, I don't know, community work experience or like mutual aid experience, people who have actually served the community? I feel too much, we think about it as a punitive job. Like, if the job is to serve people, get experience from someone who actually spends their time serving people.
Well, I think we all know there needs to be a culture change. There needs to be more accountability. We need to be closer to 30 by 30, more females, more diversity in the police force. I would like somebody who is, I really like Chief Amy Smith, who is in charge of our care department and Adult Distress 911. I have a lot of faith in Chief Suarez to be able to, she was part of Obama's task force on policing. And so someone similar along those lines. And I know this is going to be really important coming up in this beginning of the year because it's really going to tell us or inform, you know, how the police department will work.
There's something equivalent of like chanting chug, but nug, 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 nug. Yeah, there you go. It's, yeah, nug.
Really good. Okay. I'm gonna keep it brief and say what Saunatina said, what Tariq said, and added that we need to actually incorporate the accountability measures that we've been talking about since 2017, increase civilian oversight over OPA now.
Give it up for all of our candidates who have been taking some hot takes with hot sauce. Woo! Y'all feeling the heat? Y'all need a sip of water? Somebody had some hot takes that, well, y'all can go ahead and if you want to finish your plates, you can take them with you. That concludes our hot takes with hot sauce segment. Give it up. These are the people who are running for Seattle City Council position 8. Well, we cleared the stage. We're gonna get ready for round 3, our final round, which is, of course, the lip sync for their lives. Policy questions are important. I hope you all learned something. I hope you all take something away that you heard tonight. And also, you know, as a drag queen, I believe in a lip sync. It shows cultural awareness, agility, flexibility, and I just want to hear some of these songs. So we're gonna get ready for them to give their everything to you. Well, we do. I do also want to give a shout out to the winner of our last candidate survivor who is here, Andrea. Raise your hand where you're at, if you're around. Yeah, that was a lovely, reigning candidate survivor. Give it up for Andrew again. Reigning candidate survivor. You may not have won that election, but you are a valued community member, and we appreciate you. We appreciate all of these candidates who have been here tonight to do something that is really unique. They are taking a little bit of risk by being here and just like being a little goofy, answering some important questions, hearing from you all. So thank you again for being here for this. But now we want to see if they can lip sync, right? Good, because we are going to, their mouths are still burning, making it that much more challenging. We are going to bring out our first people, and between each round, I am going to have a little vote, and we're going to determine who wins. So while you're watching, pick out the one you think is crushing it, and I will ask you to scream for your winner at the end. Let's start things off with the people running for Seattle City Council, position 8. Get on out here. Yeah, Sailor Kevin. Ooh. They look good, right? We're prepping. There are things, there are surprises, there are fans, there are feathers, there are sailor caps. Y'all don't even know what they're gonna lip sync to. Okay. Alexis. Ooh.
We clawed, we chained our hearts in vain. We jumped, never asking why. We kissed, I fell under your spell of love. No one could deny. Don't you ever say I just walked away. I will always want you. I can't live a lie, running for my life. I will always want you. I came in like a wrecking ball. I never hit so hard in love. All I wanted was to break your walls. All you ever did was wreck me. Yeah, you wrecked me. I put you high up in the sky, and now you're not coming down. It slowly turned, you let me burn, and now we're ashes on the ground. Don't you ever say I just walked away. I will always want you. I can't live a lie, running for my life. I will always want you.
Give it up for your candidates for Seattle City Council, position 8. They are going to come in like a wrecking ball. Now, y'all line up. I believe we're going to vote on y'all right now, so get on up here. Y'all decide fresh. Line up right at the front of the stage there. I'm afraid if you don't win, somebody's going to get hurt. Yes. No, that's beautiful. Somebody means business. All right, so I have this beautiful little plaque fan here. I'm gonna hold it above each of them, and you are going to scream as loud as you can for who you think won. I'm gonna bring up actually one of the Washington bus people. I have a terrible hearing. I've worked in nightclubs too long, so somebody's gonna help verify this. Okay, starting with Tanya Wu. Ready? Oh, sorry, what? I didn't know who I was standing behind. Sorry. You both have beautiful, beautiful hair and dark vests on. One up here at the back of your heads. Whew. Okay, yes. Starting with Alexis, Mercedes, Rinck. Ready? Damn. Let's hear it for Tariq. All right, you moved around a minute. I saw your little fan over here. Let's give it up for Tanya. Woo. All right, Saunatina. Even if my hearing is rough, I know that the winner of, well, yeah, we can go ahead and crown Alexis Mercedes Rinck! That was obvious and beautiful. God damn. Come on, lip sync. Thank y'all. Y'all can leave the stage. We are going to move on to our next round of lip syncing. Whew. I was moved by that. All right, we are going to bring on out the people running for District 43, District 46. Our Attorney General just won. Yes, the legislature's for sure. Y'all ready for this? Let's see your lip syncing.
I wanna be a billionaire, so freaking bad. Buy all of the things I never had. I wanna be on the cover of Forbes magazine, smiling next to Oprah and the Queen. Oh, every time I close my eyes, I see my name in shining lights. Yeah, a different city every night. Oh, I swear the world better prepare for when I'm a billionaire.
Yeah, I would have a show like Oprah. I would be the host of Everyday Christmas. Give Trevi a wish list. I'd probably pull an Angelina and Brad Pitt and adopt a bunch of babies that ain't never hatched. Give away a few Mercedes like, here lady, have this. And last but not least, grant somebody their last wish. It's been a couple months that I've been single, so you can call me Travis Claus minus the ho-ho. Get it? I'll probably visit with Katrina here, and damn sure do a lot more than FEMA did. Yeah, can't forget about me, stupid. Everywhere I go, I'ma have my own theme music.
Every time I close my eyes,
what you see, bro?
I see my name in shining lights. Oh yeah, a different city every night. Oh, I swear the world better prepare for when I'm a billionaire.
Oh yeah. Y'all standing in the same spot, you're lip syncing this time. Y'all ready? You got opinions on that? Who's the billion? All right, I got my little tech fan ready to go here. Let's hear it. Not running for anything today, but Stephanie. All right, damn, you worked that lip sync. All right. Here, let's hear it for Darya! District 46! Well, I'm grateful you have the mask. I'm glad you took it off for the lip sync, otherwise it's gonna have to Valentina you. Let's hear it for Shaun Scott! Let's give it up for Darya! Darya Farivar, District 46, winning our lip sync. Oh, crown down. Yes, crown. Oh, yeah. Woo. All right, y'all. So I was a little confused in my own notes. I thought the AG was going to come out here for the but then I looked ahead, and we have something really wonderful for you. We're going to bring to the stage, running for Attorney General, Nick Brown, and the vote bot. Ooh. Let's see what you got. This is tough. Never before in the history of lip syncing has there been such a lip sync off. We're gonna hear it first for the vote bot. Okay, I was gonna say you're in trouble if they vote more for the one who can't move the mouth. Let's hear it running for Attorney General Nick Brown. I am so sorry, vote bot. Let's give a crown to Nick Brown. Ooh, yeah. Congratulations, good congratulations. Thank you all. All right, y'all. Have you had a good time at Candidate Survivor? Did y'all learn something tonight? Are y'all ready to vote? Good. That primary is coming up on August 6th. Get your stranger primary endorsements. They are sitting on either side of the stage. Before I bring out all of our candidates, just to give a large cheer, give it up again for Madam Luz, everybody who works here, giving you drinks, having a good time. Give it up for the stranger. And give it up for Washington Bus. Let's bring, they are ready to go, all of our candidates back out on stage. Running for Attorney General Nick Brown. Ooh, yeah. Running for City Council Position 8, Alexis Rinck. Tariq, Yusuf. Saunatina, Sanchez. And Tanya Wu. Running for Legislature for District 43, we have Stephanie, well, not running, but here tonight represented Stephanie Lloyd Agnew, Shaun Scott, and District 46 Legislature, Darya Farivar. Give it up again for all of these people who took time out to come here to let you know to get out and vote, whether it's for them or for somebody else. We appreciate you coming out. Thank you so much. Y'all, my name is Miss Texas 1988. It's been an honor to be here with y'all. Everybody say it with me. Vote! 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 Yeah! Have a wonderful rest of your night.
I know you wanted me to stay. Killing all the crazy visions of me in LA. I heard that there's a special place where boys and girls can all be queens every single day. I'm having wicked dreams of leaving Tennessee. You Santa Monica, I swear it's calling me. Will make my mama proud. It's gonna cause a scene. She sees her baby girl. I know she's gonna scream. God, what have you done? You're a big party girl, and you dance at the club. Oh mama, just having fun on the stage in my heels. It's where I belong, down at the Rinck. Oh only God.